Hello, beautiful souls. You gonna say hi, Trixie? All right. Well, I usually am up and around, but this morning I woke up extra early and oh, hello, kitties. I'm being led to talk about my own perspective and my own issues. And not really even in any specific way, but I'm really being led to talk a little bit about how things have felt over the last few days, maybe. And so probably the first thing I want to start by saying is that I have been led to reevaluate my entire reality. And so what that means to me, what I have noticed, that the trend and the process and the reason for that usually is that we've had a major shift, or I've had a major shift in consciousness. Whether that be through a healing, something has blown my mind and now I'm seeing everything in a different way. My new kitties, they're knocking all of my laundry down that I just folded. I had a friend and she invited me. There's been lots of things over the last week that I have been invited to, and cool events, cool things. But I have just really not had the bandwidth to go and be around a lot of people right now. I have been very tired and almost to the point of depletion and needing to recharge. And for me right now, that has been resting in solitude and not with other people. I think in the last week, there was like one of the sessions that Kathy and I did actually was rejuvenating, at least one. But a lot of this work this heavy work we're doing, and I mean, it's interesting. So as I was saying, we have this shift in, I've had this major shift in consciousness. And one of the things that I'm noticing is this clarity surrounding others. I mean, those of you that know me know that, like, in any situation, I always try to see, okay, what is my part here? I've always, I would say over the last 6 or 7 years, since I really started to awaken, that is what I do. I'm always like, okay, well, what's my part here in any situation? But what I'm really, my new gifting is this weird clarity surrounding others. And I've talked about this before, like regarding intention, like motivations, even wounding. Like, it's strange. And it is making, like, going to like parties. I know my girlfriend threw this really cool witches party for October, and I was gonna go, and then I looked and I saw there were like 16 other gals I didn't know. And in that process of, I'm like, I just want to be in my time. Like I don't have a lot of time without my kids, but when I do, I like the quiet right now, and that is how I'm like rejuvenating myself. So what I'm noticing is we are removing or like peeling off all of these really interesting layers of density that have to do with these weird beliefs surrounding our past. Like our history, our wounding, the hurts and the perceived transgressions that we have been through at the hands of other people. Those things can be lifted. For some reason, we believed that we had to hold on to those things. And what I'm finding is that we never had to hold on to them. We were never really supposed to. Holding on to them like that is actually weighing us down. And if you think about it in terms of consciousness and lightness and this rising that and is like happening, allowing more of a lightness of being, it is necessary to go into those, beliefs and be gone. Do you know what I mean? About how your childhood formed you. Why? Why do we give all of these experiences that we went through so much power? And I understand because I've been through a lot of them too. For experience, for strength, for resilience. Mostly what my team keeps showing me is that it's for compassion, actually. At a time when humanity was super, 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 super dark and dense, and people could give a fuck about each other, a lot of us came in here and went through some pretty heinous things in order to open us up, to open up our hearts eventually, because a lot of us closed down quick, like a clam. Boom, right? We're like a scallop. We're like not opening, oyster, right? Not opening for nothing. But a lot of us are, and we're opening up our hearts, and we're having this compassion for people that have been through similar experiences. And what I'm also noticing is that compassion can be generalized. It doesn't have to be specific. So it's time to work through and shift your beliefs surrounding your wounding, surrounding the things that you believe have been influencing you your whole life. And maybe they have been influencing you, but maybe today is the day that they stop being barriers to your passion and everything that you want to do, everything that lights you up. I just keep being shown that today can be the day that you free yourself. And my team keeps showing me how I have freed myself. And how important our choices are that we make. And the consequences and the ramifications, not only in who we associate with, that's part of what's been coming in, super important. But also, the choices surrounding where we live, how much of a of a financial burden are we willing to carry? What are we going to do with our kids? How much of our life are we going to devote to our kids' needs? Because for me as a mom, that is a choice. Oh my gosh, my two new kitties are like bouncing off the wall. Oh. All right, I'll show you. I have my laundry basket, but hey, Lucky, Luna. Luna. Anyway, so I just wanted to kind of share a little bit about what I've been thinking about. Like yesterday I woke up and I was like, what is going on? It felt like something had shifted, and then today feels different. Um yeah, so I'm feeling like this is an inward. I'm like not reading anything that people are posting or talking about or anything. Everything, because with this new level that I've been given of turning everything up, so many people are seeking fame. They have shifted towards outward validation. And as soon as I feel that, I'm like, yeah, because I'm not really participating in that. I know that this feels like a short period of time, maybe even just like a chasm between two groups. I mean, people keep talking about there'll be no more duality. I don't see that. I mean, I would love to see that, but I see that people that are talking about no more duality are really infiltrated right now. This place is created of and from duality. I mean, life and death, the light and the dark. I mean, think about it. Anyway, so I'm going through it. But it's because I'm going through a big shift. So I'm honoring it. Oh, and so for some reason, I grabbed one of my books and I was like, okay. I didn't open it last night because my team's like, open it, see, open it. You got a message, you know. But last night I was so tired. But this morning I opened it, and I opened to Michael. And right before Michael is Metatron. And those of you that work with me or know me, those are really two of the energies that I really work with. But for some reason I'm being asked to say this. So, Michael has been an energy that I've worked with for a long time. Now, I think I've said this before, but I work a lot with that angelic energy. And like Gabriel would love to say he claims me as one of his helpers, or I'm not really sure how to put it. But, and, you know, Michael does too. But it's interesting. I was in a meditation group with people several months ago, many months ago. And the gal that was running the thing was like, okay, well, I'm going to bring Michael in. And when she brought that, what she said was Michael in, It was not. So for some reason, I need to say that there is a lot of trickster energy out there right now. And people who or I'm surprised at who is messing with this energy that is not what it says it is. And I know, I think I've talked about this, but when I was talking to my friend my friend Robert, who's a shaman, and we were doing these weekly teaching sessions years and years ago. That was what he was explaining to me. That period of my life was all about refining my discernment, and that was super important for what was to come. And I don't know if just a lot of people have not seen that their discernment is like the filter to use in order to see things and to know what is real. And to not necessarily take things at face value in this land of illusion. I was reminded as I looked back through my writing of last year, there was this big push about, trying to explain to people how everything is inverted here. Like literally, when you think something is true, the exact opposite might be true. Yeah. It's just interesting. I'm looking at this and I'm noticing, this book says that Metatron is represents the supreme angel of death. And what is so fascinating to me is that a lot of the work that I do is crossover work. I've worked with Azrael with very similar things. And it's interesting, it talks about the Talmud, and it says that Metatron is the link between God and humanity. And that is the Metatron that I know. That is the frequency, vibration. That is the energy that I have always gotten when I've worked with Metatron. Yeah, but it's interesting, all of these things. Even Michael, according to this book. Oh, yeah. Angel of repentance, righteousness, mercy, and sanctification. I don't know. It feels like the main reason that I'm being led to talk about him at all is just to be sure of the energy that you're tapping into. But yeah, so this is really intense. So we're in the middle of an eclipse season right now. And so what I know about that is a lot of what has been inverted, or what has been actual illusion that you have believed will begin to show itself, if it hasn't already, in your life. So it's interesting. It's like this thing of just quietly buckle your seatbelt and, notice your thoughts. Don't believe everything you think. And you know what? We were made for this. Instead of allowing our experiences, the bad things that have happened, or the good, whatever, to define us, consider that all of those things have created us in a way to be perfectly crafted for now, these times that we are going through. Like I said, resilience is one of these things that keeps coming in. Strength, the ability to be vulnerable, and mostly compassion, setting boundaries like a motherfucker, and breaking through this idea that we have to martyr ourselves for any reason. It is putting ourselves first and foremost, and then being in service because we love humanity. We love our fellow humans. We love our family. We love our friends. Be in service. But take care of yourself first. Anyway, those are the thoughts that I'm having right now. Anyway, yeah, lots more coming today. I know I have a couple videos I was planning to do with Kathy, and we're going to talk a lot about the crazy, amazing sessions we've been doing over the last 20 days, which will blow your mind. So stay tuned. I love you. Hope you guys have a great day.